Some people can spot a narcissist in minutes. Others only realize it after their confidence is already gone. Same person, same behavior, completely different outcomes. And a lot of it comes down to personality type. Because narcissistic manipulation doesn't look like manipulation at first. It looks like charm. So today, we're ranking all 16 MBTI types by who is most likely to see through it and who is most likely to get pulled in before they even realize what's happening. Some of these will feel obvious. A few will genuinely surprise you. So comment your type below before we start, because some of you are about to feel very validated, and some of you are going to realize you probably would have given that person one too many chances. Let's get into it. Number 16, INFP. INFPs see the good in people, which is exactly why love bombing works on them so well at the start. Someone comes in intense and emotionally all in, and an INFP reads that as sincerity. They don't seem fake, maybe they're just misunderstood. When the gaslighting starts, they're more likely to question themselves than question the other person. Once they see it though, they're out. Getting there is just the hard part. Number 15, ISFP. ISFPs trust their gut, but narcissists mix kindness with control in a way that's really hard to name when you're in it. I don't like how that felt, but I can't explain why. They might sense something's off early and still stay longer than they should, but cross a clear personal line? Done. Number 14, ESFP. ESFPs read energy well, but narcissists are usually very good at being magnetic, and that's genuinely hard to see through at first. They're intense, but in a good way, right? Narcissists also lean heavily on attention and validation to reel people in, and ESFPs naturally respond to that kind of energy. The shift tends to happen later, once things start feeling more controlling than exciting. Number 13, ESFJ. ESFJs care a lot about keeping the peace, which makes them a pretty easy target for guilt-based manipulation. Narcissists are great at flipping the script and making themselves the victim. I just feel like you don't care about me. And ESFJ's instinct is to fix that, to repair the relationship, rather than stop and ask whether the relationship is even the problem. They're not easy to manipulate long-term, but they may spend a lot of energy trying to salvage something that was never going to work. Number 12, ENFP. ENFPs are intuitive, but they're also optimistic, and those two things can work against each other here. They tend to focus on potential over patterns. I know they acted that way, but I feel like there's more to them. Narcissists thrive on that. The emotional highs and lows give ENFPs something to analyze and make sense of. They can absolutely figure it out. They usually do, but often only after extending more chances than the situation deserved. Before we get into the top half, there's one type in the top 5 that almost nobody expects to be this good at breaking down narcissistic behavior. And once we get there, it's gonna make complete sense. If you're enjoying this so far, hit like and subscribe. We put out videos like this every week. Now, let's keep going. Number 11, ISFJ. ISFJs are detail-oriented and observant. They notice when things don't line up, but they also extend a lot of good faith. That's not what they said before, but maybe I misunderstood. Narcissists depend on subtle contradictions and shifting narratives, the exact things ISFJs are equipped to catch. The issue is ISFJs may hesitate to act on what they're noticing, at least right away. Number 10, ENFJ. ENFJs read people really well and often sense manipulation before they can fully articulate it. But they also want to help people grow, and that's where it gets complicated. I see what they're doing, but maybe I can help them change. Narcissists will absolutely exploit that impulse. ENFJs can break down the behavior clearly, they just sometimes stay in it longer than they should, trying to fix someone who isn't interested in being fixed. Number 9, ESTP. ESTPs are grounded. They don't get pulled into emotional fog easily. That doesn't sound right. They're good at catching inconsistencies in the moment. Where they're less focused is the deeper psychological pattern. Unless it's directly affecting them, they may not go digging for it. Number 8, ISTJ. ISTJs track consistency, and narcissists are almost by definition inconsistent. That's not what you said last time. ISTJs might not immediately label it as narcissism, but they will notice the math doesn't add up, and they'll keep a mental record of it. Number 7. ENTP. ENTPs love pulling behavior apart, and they're fast at spotting contradictions. Wait, you just changed your story. They can dismantle narcissistic logic pretty efficiently. The one catch is they might stay engaged longer than necessary, less because they're fooled and more because they find the dynamic interesting to analyze. Number 6. ISTP. ISTPs are emotionally detached in a way that makes manipulation really hard to pull off on them. Yeah, I'm not doing this. They recognize the pattern, they don't need closure, and they don't feel compelled to stick around and explain themselves. They just leave. Now we're entering the top 5. And remember, one of these types might surprise you. Number 5. INTP. This is the type I was hinting at earlier, and here's why it makes sense. INTPs don't engage with emotional manipulation emotionally, they engage with it analytically. And for a narcissist, that's a problem. Wait, that contradicts what you said earlier. Narcissistic behavior depends on emotional confusion and a narrative that keeps shifting. INTPs don't get pulled into the emotion, they just keep tracking the logic. And once the pattern becomes clear, the whole strategy unravels. Number 4. ESTJ. ESTJs have no patience for inconsistency. They expect things to be logical, accountable, and straightforward. That doesn't make sense. Explain it. Blame shifting and emotional manipulation don't hold up well when someone is just flatly asking you to justify yourself. ESTJs cut through it quickly and don't extend a lot of grace to excuses. Number 3. INFJ. A lot of people assume INFJs would be number 1 here, and the reasoning makes sense. INFJs read emotional undercurrents and hidden motives better than almost anyone. Something about this feels off, and I can't ignore it. They can see through narcissistic behavior on a pretty deep level, but sometimes they stay in it longer because they want to fully understand it first, and that extra time gives the narcissist more runway than they should get. Number 2. ENTJ. ENTJs don't do manipulation. They don't do emotional games. They don't do inefficiency. Stop. That's not what's happening. They identify the pattern fast and shut it down. Where they differ from the top spot is that their focus tends to be on ending the situation, not fully taking it apart and understanding every layer of it. And finally, topping our list at number 1, INTJ. INTJs take the top spot because they don't just react to narcissistic behavior, they deconstruct it. They observe quietly. They track patterns over time, and they don't let inconsistencies slide just because there's no immediate confrontation. This doesn't add up, and it hasn't added up for a while. Narcissistic behavior runs on confusion, emotional pressure, and a narrative that keeps shifting. INTJs remove all 3. They don't get pulled in emotionally, they don't accept surface-level explanations, and once the pattern is fully mapped, it's over. So, where did your type land? Drop it in the comments, and be honest about whether you've actually been that person who gave someone one too many chances. If you enjoyed this, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We do this every week. And remember, spotting a narcissist isn't about being the smartest person in the room. It's about trusting what you're seeing before you talk yourself out of it.